Fire Goddess here, and today I am back with another video. Yes, it's been a while since I made a video. I've just been working on myself, like I said in the last video, and it hasn't been easy, but I'm working through it, And yeah, I was gonna make a video of me describing my near-death injury. Injury and experience are two different things. And I was going to make a video describing the injury, and I did. But in the video, someone parked instead of facing forwards. They parked facing backwards in the parking lot. So their license plate showed at a certain point. Now the video, it only showed it for a second, but I don't want to be accidentally showing people's license plates. It's not okay. I know people make videos and they could show all the time, but I want to be a little more respectful. It's different when I'm out doing a outside video, and when I did that Christmas adventure, that's kind of different. So I really wanted to post that video, but didn't get to. Maybe I'll make a video about it. I've kind of moved on from that part of my life. It's been over a year since that happened, and it's been a year and a week since that happened, and I'm out of the I want to talk about it all the time phase. Usually when people get injured or have a near-death experience, they want to talk about it all the time. But me, I'm just kind of over it after a year, you just kind of get over it. Sometimes, not all the time. So anyway, I wanted to make a video explaining a little bit of what's going on with me and a lesson I'd like to give you guys. So, no, I did not comb my hair. It's just in a ponytail. Random moments, random thoughts. Anyway, I worked 11 years from age 16 to age 27 to be in my dream school. And that wish came true. And I am now at my dream school, and I have had so many revelations since being here at this school. I learned something new about myself every single day. Every single day. And when I first came here, the day I moved in to the dorms, I just everything that was on my plate was gone. And I had this moment of peace. And I never in my life had a moment of peace like that, where nothing was on my plate. I had nothing to worry about. Because everything I worked for from 16 to 27 was to be here. I wasn't working further into my future. I was working further to get to my dream school. Excuse me. And I got here. And now it's okay. I'm just chilling, and I don't have anything else I need to do. So I've had incredible relief of stress, and I don't know how to handle it, actually. I've never dealt with it in my entire life. It's interesting. We don't know how to truly enjoy being happy when it comes our way, because most of our life is a struggle. And I've had a lot of revelations that I want to talk to you guys about. So many. Every single day there's something new. But I want to talk about one that I've been dealing with as of recent. And, I think it's more, appropriate topic. um, so hate the little gaps you get in your bangs. My hair's greasy though, that's why. Oh my god. Anyway, um, I realized ever since middle school, ever since I left middle school, which was age 14, I didn't leave. I graduated middle school, 8th grade. Then you move on to high school. And when I graduated 8th grade, the school I went to did not have a environmental school past grade 8. So I went to an environmental school from grade K to grade 8. And it was basically my whole life and my whole personality. And I found things I liked and, things I wanted to do, growing up. And when I graduated 8th grade and moved on to high school, I suddenly had no idea who I was. I wasn't in an environmental setting anymore. And I realized just a couple months ago that for the last 13 years, I haven't known who I am as a person, and I have not been my true self fully. And I've been wearing a mask for 13 years. And it's not like I tried to wear a mask. It's just I was so lost after leaving an environmental school. It's like a part of my soul died. And I didn't know how to be myself anymore. And I felt like I just saw all these things growing up and it decided, oh, well, I'll just become this, It's not something I did on purpose. It's something I did subconsciously. And something interesting, ever since I've been here at my dream school, I feel every day that mask slowly come off. And I'm starting to rediscover who the true me is, who I am. I realized, partially I was living for myself, going to school, that's for me. But most of my life, I've been living for either someone else or for the idea of someone else. And I never knew that's the way I was living. I sometimes made decisions for myself, like don't want a cupcake or a cookie, those kind of things. But when it came to emotional decisions in life and shaping my personality from teenager into adult, that kind of got manipulated and skewed, not just from people, but from influence as well. I didn't feel like I had a good life from teenager to adult. It was so not the best. There were some great times, but it wasn't the best. And me, personally, I lived vicariously for 13 years through characters I saw, people on shows or YouTubers. That's when YouTube was becoming a really big thing, when we had all the influencers, I've got neighbors. We share a bathroom. It's awkward to do videos, but it's fine. This is my first video, actually. Anyway, and it's Jade West from Victorious, Lily from How I Met Your Mother, or Lily Aldrin from How I Met Your Mother, YouTubers, Mackenzie Marie, Shane Dawson, all these YouTubers. I wanted their life because I hated my life so much and didn't even realize it. I was just putting on a happy face for everyone. So I skewed my personality to be like these people, like little aspects, of my personality, multiple aspects, was at least some sort of person that had at least one or so more personality traits from a mix of these people, you know. And like I like Mackenzie Marie, although that's more recent, although she did do YouTube years and years ago too. I liked her because she was living carefree, you know. And I like Shane Dawson because he had a bunch of money to do a bunch of things, but we all know deep down he wasn't happy until he found Ryland, So not assuming anything. That's just like, basic observation. Jade West from Victorious, she was a fantasy character, but she was badass. She didn't let anyone take advantage of her. And there's a lot more characters I could go into that I tried to act like, but there's too many to count. Even video game characters, because I just didn't know who I was. And ever since being here, I've been in an environmental setting, because this is an environmental school. This is an environmental college. And I'm starting to feel like I remember myself a little bit. And it's not like I haven't been in environmental settings. I have been outside and been with nature, but the school setting is interesting. And I also feel like part of the reason I'm finding myself is because I actually have, am with myself now. When you're living with other people, you kind of don't really get a chance to discover who you are as a person. And me, as a person, it's crazy because, now I live by myself in a dorm. I had a roommate, but she moved out. I'll be getting a new roommate soon. But not having a roommate and just living by myself, I've had so much space to think about my life and who I am as a person and deal with and set everything that happened to me in life that I was or wasn't okay with. And I've had more time to do self-reflecting and dig deeper on who I am as a person. And I can confidently say I definitely don't know who I am as a person because it's been 13 years and I'm no longer a teenager. I am an adult. And it's just a matter of discovering who I am and realizing I'm going to make decisions for myself and not anyone else. I had a cross between 3 different hair colors I wanted to do. I wanted to do lavender, I wanted to do a pink and a rainbow, and I wanted to do pink and purple. And then I was like, well, hold on. How do we decide we want to do this? Well, which color is actually for you? Which color, why do you want to choose it? Which one do you love the most? And why are all the other ones an idea? I thought, well, I wanted to do lavender because lavender is sexy. And I wanted to show off sex appeal for random strangers or whatever, people. And I realized that wasn't for me. That was for random strangers. So I didn't do lavender. And then I wanted to do pink and rainbow, and eventually I will. But I want to do pink and rainbow to show that I am bi, and pink is my favorite color, and the rainbow represents the pride part, and the half gay, and me wanting to experiment things with women, experiment with women more. So I realized that color wasn't for me. That color was to attract all the women. And then I was like, well, pink and purple, split dye. I want to do that for myself because I love vibrant color. I love the idea that it looks like it's represents me, my inability to make a decision. And pink and purple are such great colors, and they're so vibrant and girly and colorful, and it reminds me of candy. And I was like, there you go. That's all you need to do. So I dyed my hair for me. If I had dyed it lavender, it would have been for someone else, you know? So what I've learned while being here, I've been here for about 2 months now, is to start doing things for myself and no one else. Because I have lived for so many other people. And I'm still learning traits of my personality that I don't want there. Like, you know, I have a cousin who's extremely blunt, and I wish that I could be as blunt as her. But the thing is, I'm not her. And I'm not going to pretend to be some badass who knows what to say every time and scare people away to be blunt or stand up for themselves. I'm going to be someone who is true about how they're feeling in the moment. I'm not going to try and mask my cousin's personality. I'm not going to try to mask Jade West. I'm not going to try to mask Mackenzie Marie or Hannah Forcier or any other, or Brody Falgost, Brody Shreds, you know? Brownie, Stan Brownie. Like, I'm not going to mask any of those YouTubers. You know? Maybe we like certain people, you know, and we tend to act like them a little bit without knowing because they're just like a part of what we like. Like, oh, I like that this person likes this, you know? It's different when you have commonalities, but it's a whole different thing when you're completely that person and you don't feel like yourself, you know? I think the reason we like things, you know, me liking, you know, My Little Pony and Barbie and Bratz and Powerpuff Girls when I was younger, you know, that doesn't make me the Powerpuff Girls or My Little Pony or Barbie. That just shows what I like in aesthetic, what I like in passion, what I like in looks, what I like in ideas, what I like in you know, visual, like an idea. Like for Powerpuff Girls, it's a show, so there's nice visuals that I like, you know? Same with YouTubers. I like them, specific YouTubers, because they act the way I wish I could act. But the only reason I wish I could act that way is because I didn't like myself. And also, I didn't like my life, so I thought if I acted like this person and mirrored their attitude, maybe their life could be mirrored towards me as well, and I could live a better life. But that all is artificial. You don't want to live an artificial life. You don't want to become a character in someone else's story. You want to be your own character in your own story. And yeah, people and experiences help us shape the way we are. But there is a point where we do mask without realizing. And my lesson to you guys is figure out, are you actually, or figure out, my lesson to you guys is, oh yes, yeah, figure out. Think about it and figure out, are you actually doing stuff for you? Or are you doing it to please someone else? Or are you doing it for the idea of someone else in the future? Are you truly living for yourself? Or are you living somebody else's life as someone you were not meant to be? I know for 13 years I lived someone else's life. And I'm just so tired of it. I want to live my life. I want to find out what my personality is. I don't even know what my true personality is. I have to think back to when I was K through 8th grade. But that is not relevant because I am not a young teenager or a kid anymore. I don't know how I would have evolved had I lived for myself. So I have to do 13 years of learning in however long, you know, and figure out who I became and who I am supposed to become, not the person people want me to be, and not the person I think I want to be because I want that other person's life. You have to start loving your life. There is true proof in psychology that part of the reason we become obsessed with things, like trends and stuff like that, is because it helps us distract us from our real life and our real problems. And I was distracting from real life and real problems. But I'm not going to do that anymore. I can't be fake anymore. I can't live a fake life. I am good and bad. I am not perfect. I am me. And you guys are not perfect either. We're human. Nobody's perfect. So stop trying to live the perfect life. Live your version of perfect, not someone else's version of perfect. Be who you truly want to be, and not who someone else wants you to be. I want to stop being fake, even though I didn't realize I was being fake for 13 years. And because I can't do it anymore. It's not making me happy. And I want to accept everything, the good and the bad. And I have recognized some bad things about my personality. Or let's not say bad. Let's say just some unappetizing things. What would the word be? Hold on. Unappealing. Some unappealing things about my personality. But you know what? That is who I am. And I am supposed to learn from these things, good and bad. And I have the right to change a habit or learn how to fix a habit if I don't like it, you know? But you can't truly change yourself. You can change things, like sometimes we get habits because people have done things that, give us habits, or we learn habits elsewhere. That's not your personality. Your habits are not your personality. Your personality is who you are, who you were born as, and who you're born to be. And you can shape yourself to be what you want, and you can use other people as inspiration. But don't become those people. Become your version of what those people inspired you to be. I'm going to become the 100% truthful version of myself. And I have already accepted, like I said, some pretty crazy things. But I learned, and I'm working through it. And it's helping me realize a lot. And it's helping me realize the person I want to be and what I want for myself in my life. So, once again, the lesson is, are you truly you? Or are you living for someone else? Is more percentage of your personality someone else? Think about it. Think about how often you act like someone you think about. Think about how often you act about someone you've seen on TV. If the percentage is more than 50%, maybe you're not living for yourself. Maybe you need to realize that you too have a mask on. And you will do what you need to take that mask off and realize that you are a beautiful person. Inside and out. Good and bad, all flawed. We're all flawed. But we also have inner beauty. And we each are unique in our own way. Be yourself. Always. Thank you so much for taking time out of watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment the video down below. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Bye.